Hello, good morning. It is time to master your investments with my investment mastery series at Women on Wealth. How are you doing? How is it going? Are you mastering finances ongoingly? Those are the questions we continue to ask you each day. Because at Women on Wealth, we believe in making 1% improvement in our finances. 1% improvement each day will make you 37 times better with your finances in an year's time. So all these lives that we do is inside of this commitment. Just 1% improvement, just one idea that you can take away with you from this live, and that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. Hi Lara. Hey Prerna, Kavneet. Good to see you, Kavneet, after so long. How are you doing? Hey Anjali, good morning. Welcome. So today the conversation that we are going to have is how I built the stocks course and some of the 6 steps from the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. So that's the conversation. So, I was reading a magazine on money and it was talking about some of the parameters, right? It was talking about all these companies that it was recommending, and then it was talking about some parameters we should watch for. And I was reading it and I really got present to how I built the stocks course. It was exactly like this. I kept talking with my mentor, and she's Mrs. Neeru Tiwari, one of the first women stock investors in Delhi. And she used to share stories that she used to go to the Delhi Stock Exchange and there was physical trading that used to happen then. And she used to be one of the very few women there in the stock exchange, Delhi Stock Exchange at that time. So, I used to talk with her. We used to build the system together of selection good quality stocks. And then I used to read quite a lot. I still read, but I don't read as ferociously as I used to at that time. And I used to read a lot and pick up points from what people were sharing in magazines and see if I could create a method of selection from those steps. So I'm bringing straight, how I built the course and how I built some of the methodologies from there. Hi Chandrakant, hi Chavi, hey Usha, good morning. Warm welcome my people. So, often in the newspapers and other areas, you will notice all these experts talking about companies. Of course, they will list down the companies. And then they will also talk about, say, profitability. How profitable is this business? So that's one method that I picked up. Okay, that was one. Actually, these words are very commonly used. But you got to really use your head that, okay, what's written here? Can profitability be one of the things I see when I'm selecting good quality investments? Especially when it comes to stocks. What are stocks? Stocks are companies which are listed in the stock market. So now, if stocks are companies which are listed in the stock market, then what is it that I look for in those companies? So I often used to read, profitability of this company, that company. And I started, looking at the profitability of different companies. The only difference I took was I looked at 10-year profits. Yeah, so I don't look at just 1-year profit and invest in a company. No, I'm looking for a company which has a huge track record. At least a 10-year track record when it comes to profitability. And then also I'm looking at that the company has profit percentage, year-on-year growth of over 8%, right? It not only beats inflation, but it also generates money which is a little over and above the inflation rate. So that's the conversation, okay? That is something that I built from the reading. Inflation is a conversation that's constantly there. I mean, look at it right now. We are ongoingly talking about how high the inflation is, repo rate is getting increased, the Fed has again increased the prices. So all that is happening, right? And because of this, interest rates are going up. When the interest rates go up, then loans become expensive, liquidity from the market is sucked out. So there's a lot of conversation. Now, how do we use this information? We use this information, okay, exactly like this. We check the profitability of the business. We check if the profitability of the business is over and above the inflation rate year on year. Because then only can a company pass on the cost, rising cost. So that's about profitability. Then, I've been reading about market cap. Right? Market cap is size of businesses. What is the size of a business? Also, you will notice the same thing in newspapers, magazines. A lot of experts, they keep talking about how big is the business, how much money the business is making, etc. So how much money the business is making is profitability, and how big is the business is market capitalization. Is it a 100 crore rupee business, a 500 crore rupee, a 10,000 crore rupee business, a 50,000 crore rupee business? Or more, right? So we look at that, okay? We look at that information. So market capitalization, I generally pick companies which have market cap of over 1,000 crores. I am not somebody who personally anyways invests in small size businesses. Very, very small size, like, how people will keep running after penny stocks. One of my mentors, who's also the second largest stock investor in India, right? And he often says, Mr. Vijay Kedia, he often says that let's stay away from penny stocks because they can be bhangar stocks, right? And if you notice, all over Google, his net worth has been given, and how 80 to 90% of his wealth is invested in the stock market. Now, to have that kind of a percentage of wealth invested in the stock market, you really need to be a master, right? You need to be a master in stocks. So, are you considering putting in at least 1,000 hours reading about investments? Because mastering around investments will only come when you put in the effort and the time. It takes at least 1,000 hours. And we've all put that in. Including me, okay, we've all put that in. And we are benefiting. How are we benefiting? In the long run, returns show up. Because of all the basics that we've worked on. Right? So that's the key. Another thing you will notice, a lot of newspapers, magazines will keep talking about this popular saying. It will say, turnover is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash is reality. So now can you see there are 3 more tests that show up. So turnover, which is revenue, right, that shows up. Profitability shows up, how much profit the business is making. Cash flow shows up, how much cash is the business making. So now these all become the tests, right? These all become the tests, these all become the filters that all of us needs to be using for the selection of good quality companies. Also, you will notice consistent performance as a word which is often used when results are declared. Right? Every 3 months, quarterly results are declared by companies. All these companies which are listed in the stock market, they have to make their financials public. Now, when they are declaring this information, you will notice all that they are declaring. Now, those become the tests. Those become the measures that you need to be looking at. Example, there's a lot of conversation on return on equity. So, return on equity is something, all investors prefer. High ROE is always best. What is the return a shareholder can derive from his or her investments? Can it be over 15%? I generally look for ROE of over 15, even 18%. I make it difficult for companies to pass the test because I want to make sure that my hard-earned money is going in the right place. So return on equity becomes another measure for me. Debt to equity. A lot of people, you will notice a lot of experts when they will write about debt of a business. They will write about equity of the business. So that's where, debt to equity showed up for me. And so on. And this is how, with my mentor, with her support and Vijay Kedia's support, I ended up creating this entire course today that we call the Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners. And it is exactly the methodology that I have used and I continue to use to pick good quality stocks. And I have generated huge returns by using this methodology, and so can you. My only invitation is, can you gym your mind around it? Can you allow yourself to think about it? The more you can think, the more you gym your mind, the more you, kind of allow your own self to use your brains, the more money is available right here for us. So that's how you do it. Start typing, guys. What are you getting? What are you understanding? Hey Chavi, Usha, Diksha, Sonika, Shruti, good morning. Warm welcome. What are you understanding, my people? And everybody who's not been typing, go ahead, type in and send in some love. There are hearts to be given to each other. And in this circle of love, let's learn. So what are you getting today from this conversation? What's opening up for you inside of mastering investments? And till today I keep reading, I keep looking for more and more stuff that I can add on to my study and what I can add on to the course. So this is a never-ending exercise, okay, that we all get into. Prerna is saying, I love how you decode the commonly used words in the newspapers and annual reports. Absolutely. We all make it simple for ourselves and each other. This is not complex. A lot of women complain, Prerna, that finance is complex. It's not complex. Not at all. Are we willing to move beyond? Are we willing to learn? Use our mind? Have a mentor? Be a part of a community where we can discuss stuff? It's as simple as that. That's how we do it. What else, guys? What else are we getting? What are you present to? Kaveri, as someone who never thought I could manage my finances or have enough money ever, I can guarantee that learning a system and structure like the Money Gym program has opened up my own abilities to me. Got that? Yes. Got that. I love what you created. I want to read that again, Kaveri. As someone who never thought I could manage my finances or have enough money ever, I can guarantee that learning a system and structure like the Money Gym program has opened up my own abilities to me. Love that, what you created, Kaveri. From not being able to manage money to today, having all your investments in place, having a financial system in place, saving more than you ever saved. You've moved miles ahead. Thank you for that trust in yourself. Diksha is saying, appreciate you taking out time to update us and decode all the information and make us grow with you. Yes, we are better together and we grow together, Diksha. Thank you. Thank you for being the champion that you are at Women on Wealth. You must know that I truly acknowledge you and each one here. Yes, Chandrakant, the fundamental understanding of the stock is absolutely critical when it comes to making money in the stock market. On this note, guys, okay, I was closing and Prerna has written something beautiful. Let's read. Prerna is saying, I agree with you on that. I always thought finance was complex. But after joining our community, I realized that it's all in my mind. With you and my community around, I am growing every day. Got that. Brilliant, Prerna. We grow together. We are better together. On this note, guys, closing the live. Thank you for participating. Please keep moving this work forward. Please keep sharing about it with people in your life. We're committed to making 50 lakh women financially educated by 2030. Let's make that happen together. Loads of love. Take charge, stay safe, and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.